Hey there, Mr. Thayer from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship, back with another third grade math lesson. We are tackling Module 5, Lesson 21. Recognize and show the equivalent fractions refer to the same point on the number line. Okay, so today we're going to work a lot with the number line, and we are going to show that equivalent fractions can line up on that number line, and it's really good to understand what equivalent fractions are, and if you kind of get a sense of it with the number line, it'll make things a lot easier on yourself. I'm going to demonstrate this right here to start with this number line right here and show you what we mean when we talk about equivalent fractions, okay? So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to cut this here and here. I'm going to cut this into fourths right here, okay? So here I got 0. Here I'm going to put a fourth. Actually, I'm going to start here with 0 fourths with the 0. I have 1/4. Here I'm going to put 2 fourths. Here I'm going to put 3 fourths. And over here, I'm going to put 4 fourths. Okay? So what's important to realize here is that where we line up on the number line, these are equivalent fractions. Okay? So for example, 2 fourths is equivalent to 1/2. Or 4 fourths is equivalent to 1. So our job today is to look at that number line and understand what is equivalent. When there's equivalent fractions, what we're going to do is we're going to break down on the number line into fourths and then into eighths, and then we're going to look for those equivalent fractions and what they look like. We're going to solve a couple as well. So our goal today is we're really going to look at fourths and eighths and then break it down, and then we're going to fill in a number line that we already have. So let's start here by cutting this into fourths. Okay? Now if you notice here, our first number line went from 0 to 1. This one goes to 0 to 2. So we're going to cut this into fourths. So that means I'm going to have 3 slices here. A slice in the middle, a slice here, a slice here, a slice in the middle, a slice here, and a slice here. Okay? So we're going by fourths here. So right now we're going to have up here, like we started, 0 fourths. We're just going to count up. We have 1/4, 2 fourths, 3 fourths, 4 fourths, and you can see that's our first. Well, that's our first equivalent. That's our second equivalent. We're going to keep going here. We have 5 fourths, 6 fourths, 7 fourths, and then right here we get my line. I have 8 fourths. Okay, and if I was to divide that 4 into 8, you guessed it, I would get 2. So right now I have 3. If I look here, I have 3 equivalent fractions. Okay? I have 0 fourths, which is 0, 4 fourths, which gives us 1, and 8 fourths, which gives us 2. Okay, so that's how we breaking it down onto the number line and looking for equivalent fractions. Now, if I wanted to, which I'm going to demonstrate right now, is I'm going to break this. I'm going to give another slice here, and I'm going to break this into eighths. So I'm going to put a slice here. I'm going to put a slice in between everything right here. Okay? So right now we know that this right here is going to be 0 eighths. Okay? This first tick mark is going to be 1/8. The second tick mark is going to be 2/8. This is going to be 3/8. And then right here, this is going to be 4/8, which would be equivalent. We have 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and then 8/8 right here. 9/8, 10/8, 11/8, 12/8. I'm just going up as I go here. 13, 14/8, 15/8, and 16/8. Whew. Okay, A lot of work there. I'm just filling that out, okay? Now you're starting to really see more equivalents here. 8/8 would be in here. That would be equivalent. This would be equivalent, all right? So here you have 2/4 is equivalent to 4/8, okay? They're right here, okay? Those are equivalent, all right? Right here, let's do 6/4 is equivalent to 12/8. They share that same tick mark on our number line, and now we know that they're equivalent. There's a lot more equivalent ones in there that I didn't even circle. But like right here, 4 is equivalent to 1. Okay, I think I froze there. All of those are equivalent. 4/4, 8/8, and so on. Okay? I know it's kind of messy. I'll put one in the exit ticket to kind of look at. But what we're just doing is we're taking, like I said, we're taking that number line and we're just breaking it apart and understanding that if it's on the same mark, they're equivalent. Okay? So a lot of times you're going to break, you've probably been breaking down fractions, and here's a good way to see what the equivalency is. Now for the last piece I have here, get my other marker here. This is one of the problem sets we have here. They gave us the number line, and they asked us to fill the number line in with the missing gaps here. They have 4ths and 8ths on there, which we just did that one, so we're going to fill it in. And now our job down here is to find the two equivalent questions here. So we know 0 here, that's going to be 0/4. We got 1/4, 2/4. Oop, I made a little mistake here. This is going to be 4/4 here. There we go. This is going to be 3/4. I'm just following right along. Okay. This will be 5/4, 6/4. They gave us 7/4 and 8/4. Okay, so I just filled that in on the number line. And then I'm going to flip over to the 8ths here. Look at what they left out for the 8ths. So they gave us, I should have 0/8 down here. 0/8, 1/8. This is going to be 2/8. They gave us 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8. This will be 7/8. Okay, under here for the 1, we know this is going to be 8/8. Okay, 9/8 they gave us 10, 11 they gave us, and then here we have 12/8, 13, 14, 15, and then here for 2 we have 16/8. Okay. Okay, so your goal right now is look at where the equivalent fractions are. Okay, and I've asked you 2 questions here to match up. The first one is 1/4. What is the equivalent fraction of 1/4? So I find 1/4 on this tick mark here, and I look, and I come right down, and you guessed it, 2/8. 2/8 would be the equivalent on that. Okay, and now I have 6/4. So I just use my number line. I found my 6/4 here. If I look down and go below it, there you guessed it, 12/8. 12/8 is my equivalent. Okay? So that was a quick lesson on not only cutting the number line and labeling the number line, but also being able to understand that on the number line, it's not always one little piece that's going to sit there. You could have a couple of different fractions in there, which are all equivalent, which are all the same number. Okay? You have to understand that when I showed you, let me pull this right here, 8/4, 2, and it's 16/8. That's all 2. Oh, let me show that a little bit better. Okay? 8/4, if you do the division, 4 and 8 goes 2 times. 8 and 16 goes 2 times. Okay? Those are all equivalent. They're all telling you the same thing. All right? Head over to the exit ticket, knock it out of the park, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.